Anthropic has launched 4 new certification, and one certification which clearly piqued my interest is Claude Certified Developer Foundation. Now, in this video, I'm going to take you through the examination guide, and more specifically, we're going to dive into the individual domain so that you have your study guide fixed. I'll walk through the exact study guide which I have prepared for myself, and I'll take you through it. And the same is available for download by clicking the link in the description. So let's get started, guys. So, first and foremost, if you check out their website, the Anthropic, so the certification that we are interested right now for this video is Claude Certified Developer Foundation. And the examination code is CCDV-F. So let's try to uncover what exactly is mentioned in this examination guide and how you can plan your study so that you can clear it in your very first attempt. First and foremost, as per the official documentation, official study guide, in total, you can expect total of 53 questions for your examination. It can be multiple choice or it can be multi-response. A single question can have a single right answer or it can have a multiple right answer. In total, you will be getting close to 120 minutes, and passing score is in the scaled minimum you would need to score of 720 out of 1000. And once the credential is issued, it will have the validity period of 1 year. So that means this clearly shows us how the technology is actually changing. So earlier certification was valid for 2 to 3 years. Now it's intentionally kept for 1 year because we know how these technologies are changing. And it's very important as a professional that you keep yourself updated. And with all the new examination schedule is being owned and taken care by this Pearson view. So if you have scheduled with AWS, you'll have a similar experience over there. And over here, when it comes to the scoring, this is something that I want you to remember. You get a scaled score plus a percent correct per domain breakdown. So that means when you're being tested, it's not per question. They also consider the domain in which the question has arrived from. So that means when you're studying for this examination, you have to pay close attention and self-assess by the domain. And in this video, we're going to do exactly that. I'll help you to uncover how you need to plan your study for this examination. If you observe the study guide and if you rearrange it, this is how the domains are actually present in this as per the examination guide. The second domain, the application integration, this has got the weightage of 33.1 percentage. Model selection and optimization, it is 16.8 percentage. Agents and workflow, it is 14.7 percentage. That means you're close to two-thirds of the examination are actually covered in the 3 domains that we have got. That means if you're short on time or if your organization is aiming for a Claude partnership, so if you're short on time, I would recommend you to first focus on these 3 domains. So use this as your priority order. And then the prompt and context engineering has got 11%, tools and MCP has got 10.6%, security and safety 8.1%, Claude code 3.1%, evals testing and debugging 2.6 percentage. Let's try to understand what are the key things that you need to cover in each domain so that you have a fair idea when you're preparing for the same. When we talk about this application and integration, you have to be aware about how to work with the messages API, the mechanics behind it, how to work with the requirement, the software engineering foundation. Since it is a developer examination, it's not just about can you send in the prompt, but also the developer side about are you comfortable in working with the SDK and the various surfaces that is presented by this Anthropic? Aware about the application design and the configuration. On the domain 5 model selection and optimization, it is focused about the foundations of LLM, the trade-off, model trade-off. How do you calculate the cost? How do you calculate the tokens, the idea about the tokens? That's what you'll be testing in the model selection and optimization. In the agents and workflow, you'll be tested about the agent architecture, what kind of architecture that you'll be using it for a specific use case, the patterns and the framework. Under this prompt and context engineering, how do you handle the output engineering, prompt engineering, context engineering? Tools and MCP, how can you give the capability for your agent and how to connect with the MCP tools? How you can expose those tools from the MCP server to your agent? How can you customize it? How do you implement such tooling? Under the security and safety, application security, guardrails, hooks, and how do you work with the secrets and identity? Working with Claude code, debugging, and error handling. So, as I've mentioned already, if you focus on domain 1, 2, and 5, that's basically you'll be covering 64.6% of the examination. Now, I've already described it at a very high level. If I want to give at a very high level, like in a little detail view, when I say message API anatomy, you need to be aware about the various rules, stop reason, usage, working with the multi-turn stateless conversation, streaming, working with vision and multi-format input, real time with message batches, direct API with versus the third-party platform, resilience, idempotency, refactoring, content boundaries, session hygiene, and single source configuration. As you can clearly see, this is a core module and the domain for a developer. If you're an AI engineer, I'm sure you would have had a flavor of all these things in your application. If not, I want you to pay close attention to this module because this is covering 33.1 percentage. Study this most. Then focus on the domain 5, that is model selection and optimization. How does this next token generation would work? Why your output is non-deterministic? How do you choose between haiku, sonnet, or opus? The context window, token accounting, maximum tokens, thinking and effort trade-off, prompt caching, and cost versus latency reasoning. In the domain 1, when do you use workflow? When do you use agent? And how do you create the bounded agent loop? And how can you have a budget and stop condition? The supervisor sub-agent pattern, agent memory and context management. And how do you have the hooks for deterministic action? Under the domain 6, how do you place the instruction? And what is the order in which that you're mentioning it? How can you, how can, like the various types of prompting, input sanitization, prompt versioning, context bloating, how do you control it, and structured output. Under the tools and MCP, how do you define the schema, how you can use the tool looping, results, errors, fallback, and working with the custom tools, working with the standard MCP tools, working with the provider tools, and how do you create your own tools, how you can work with the skills. So these are the key things that you'll be tested in this domain number 8. In domain number 7, prompt injection, jailbreak, and how can you separate the untrusted input, data leakage, PII, layered guardrails, and safe deployment. And Claude code, that means how you can work with this Claude code, Claude.md, rule settings. So how you would overall work with this Claude code and also the evaluation testing and debugging. Now, this is how I would recommend you structure your, let's say, a week by week study plan. So in the first week, I'll recommend you to start with domain number 5 because that would help you to build the foundations about the LLM, the models, thinking, tokens, and the cost. So you can choose a model and you play around with thinking mode for a scenario, estimate the token, and so on. In the week 2, this is how, like, I would recommend you to split your domain 2 in 2 parts. In the first part of the week 2, in the week 2, you can focus on first part where you will look into the requirements and messages API. And you'll also cover the short domain that is prompt and context engineering. In the week 3, we'll focus on engineering design and resilience, as well as the configuration, and focus on tools and MCP. And here in the week 4, focus on agents and workflows, security and safety. And week 5, focus on Claude code, evals and debugging, and then take up a mock test. And sixth week, I'll focus that I'll recommend you to focus on the complete, maybe taking the mock test so that you are much confident about this examination. That way, you are able to revise the concepts that you have covered and also check what are your weakest area and what is it that you have to work upon. Okay. Now, when you're working as per the official documentation, so always look into the decision. Okay. The exam is going to test your decision making logic. Like you need, if there is any controlling requirement, you have to check for it. Like, is it a latency, cost, privacy, volume, safety? Because the scenario can be built around only one. And note the select count. Since this time, the question has got, each question can have multiple responses as well. If they say select two, ensure that you select two. Don't miss by selecting only one. And eliminate on controlling requirement. If there's any requirement that says as the output of my application or my user experience should be less than 500 milliseconds, then you go ahead and maybe eliminate the batch logic. Like you can directly go for the streaming if it is present. So pick the best, not just the correct one. And flag it. Let's say, since you have 53 questions, which you have to answer in close to 2 hours, you'll have more than close to 2.5 minutes. So if there's doubt, just flag it and move, and you can come back and review later. So the mindset over here is this: answer as a minimally qualified developer who's making a defensible engineering call under a constraint. Like, do not pursue as a textbook perfect guy. Okay, that's the core idea right here, team. So when you're preparing your for this certification, just download this study guide, use this as a reference, have a 4 mock test minimal, I would recommend, and every domain, ensure that you do your best and don't skip the low priority ones because those are all the low hanging fruits, I would say. So as and when you're preparing, ensure that you note down what is your preparation, what is your weak point so that you can address it faster, and focus on the highest weightage one so that you are able to conquer the hard topics faster and cover more area of the examination. So download the study guide and share this to a colleague, whoever is preparing for the examination. And I've linked everything below. And if you're looking for the entire preparation done for, you can also check the link in the description. The important part over here is this: this guide should be self-sufficient for you to get started in this Claude certified developer examination. So subscribe to our channel if you're watching it for the first time, and I'll see you next time.